Welcome back. I'm Nicolbw, and this is Agrarian Skies 2. And I'm using different recording software, so let me know what you guys think. So, we are going to work on Botania today. I have changed out the little glowstone nooks for glass because I plan on making some more of these. We're going to have to fill this in with water on every level. And then I've changed some of these to the floating version of the flower. I've also changed these out. So we're going to change these up. And I've kind of started laying out where some things are going to go. So one of the things that you can do is when you put a recipe in there, oh no, let's see. So we need one blue, one pink, one blue, and two of those. And then we can drop that in. But now if we want to make another one, we can just put water in it and then right click it with an empty hand and it'll put the recipe in there. So that is a huge time saver. So we have our flowers now. So we have 12 of them. To make the floating versions, you need to take the regular flowers. So you're going to have to use the floral fertilizer, this stuff, and make some of that and use it on grass to get these flowers. So you use that, combine them with the glowstone dust. You're going to need 2 per flower, and then we are going to put them on top of pasture seeds and dirt. The pasture seed you get by dropping grass into the mana pool. That will change it into pasture seeds. So we get the floating version of those. Then let's do, okay, those. Then you combine the floating version. I did different kinds of flowers, that's why. With the flower you want to make floating. And there we go. The ones that we just created, we can shift click and do that. So now we have 12 of the floating hydrangeas. Hydrangeas? I don't know. So we can put these here. We are going to need to add more water. So let's get our bucket back. We can grab the water in here, put them up on the next level. There we go. Let's see. There we go. So now all of them are drinking, but we want certain ones to be with certain, oops. Okay, so certain ones need to be with certain mana spreaders. So we need to shift click them to make sure that they are on the right spreader. So let's get these all situated. We want these to go this way. There we go. So now we have these two filling up. We have all of these should be with that. We can go ahead and specify that these go here. I'm pretty sure they already know that, but we'll do it anyway. We're also going to need to make some more of the different kinds of flowers. I think I might make the one that eats food because we have a ton of food. So we might make some of those because we're going to need a lot of mana. This is, I've started doing this to make the Terrasteel, and we're going to need Terrasteel to make the portal, and we're going to need the portal to make the stuff that we need for the last challenges in Botania. So it's a lot of steps in between now, here, and there, whatever. So if we look in here, we need this plate. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. So we are going to need a ruin of fire, ruin of air, ruin of earth, and ruin of water, and then a ruin of mana. So we can shift click to see that. The ruin of mana is 5 mana steel and 1 mana pearl. That won't be too bad. And then we need lapis and a mana steel block, which is 9 mana. Okay, so we are going to need some more mana steel. We've got water, fire, air, and oh, that's spring. So we need earth and mana. So let's see, we are going to need some, we're going to need one of those, and we're going to need 2 of those, and we're going to need a pearl. So we need to drop this stuff into the mana. So there's that. There's that. And there's that. Let's see. Was it 5 of these? And 1 of these? Was that right? It sure was. Okay. Then we're gonna need 1 of this. We can put that there. We can put those like that. Was it? Does it matter? We're gonna need the earth one. Okay, so now it's ready. Drop that and right click. Yay! And we have this one. We're gonna have to look and see. Fire, then air, water. Almost had it right. Okay, so the ruin of earth is a block of coal, stone, a mushroom, and 3 more mana ingots. Okay. 3 more of those. We need that. We will talk about this later. We need a block of coal, so we need to make that, and then we need smooth stone, right? There we go. Okay, so we need to drop this in there. Okay, so we have a block of coal, stone, mushroom, steel, steel, steel. There we go. We need 1 of these. And there's our timer. It's taking a little while, but that's okay. Okay, so that's done. There we go. So there is our plate. Awesome. So that goes right on top in the center. Now, to make the Terrasteel, we are going to need, is it 1 of these? Let's see, 1 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. And okay, so we're going to take that off. We need to take that and can it reach that far? I think so. We need to drop that, and then it will do its thing. It's doing something. The way you build sparks is you need mana petals, blaze powder, and gold nuggets. We have all of that stuff, so we're going to need at least 2 sparks. We will get those. We need some blaze powder, which is here. And we need some golden nuggets. So let's see. Okay, so I think this might actually work. Maybe. Okay, so let's put a spark here and a spark there. Okay, let's try this again. Let's change that to that. Okay, they are moving so much faster. All right, the other one was failed. There we go. And that used up half of my mana pool. Okay, great. Okay, so let's is it I thought it was shift right click. Can I with my thing. Okay, so let's put that on top of there. Okay, we have some Terrasteel now. Now we need to make the portal. We are going to need a lot of, let's see, we need the gateway core, so that's living wood and Terrasteel nuggets. We are going to need 2 of these Natura pylons, so we're going to need mana pylons, diamond and mana steel, so we're going to need 2 of those. 2 of those, and then we're going to need some mana steel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. We'll use this one. Okay. And that's that. And that. And then what else was it? Gold. Gold. Okay. So we're going to need those plus... no, we want to go back. Terrasteel nuggets and Eyes of Ender. So 2 Eyes of Ender, and I think we have some in here. We do. We have 2. Awesome. Then we are gonna need Terrasteel nuggets. So there is our pylons. I'm pretty sure the pylons go there and there. Yes. I'm going to make some of the food eating flowers and put them up here to also go in to these, because we are going to need a lot of mana for that, and apparently we're going to need a lot of mana for the Terrasteel. Holy cow, that was crazy. Okay, so this is what it looks like. The blocks with the green It looks like, okay. The gateway core, we're gonna need that. So that's like that. So there is the core, which goes center. Is it this one? I believe it was that one. The cool thing that you can do is hit visualize, and then you can go, no, right click any block. Okay, so there, I right clicked there, and so that's what it's gonna look like. That's where it goes. These don't show up because I've already placed the stuff there, but this is where you need the mana pool and the pylon. So we need to place the core there. We need some living wood and place living wood there, there. We'll move that one. We'll move that one. Oops. I just want to get these things. Okay. And then, okay, we need to remove that one and that one. Let's see. We need, I think I have a, yeah, I do. A glowstone nook would look better than torches. Move that out of the way. Can I not place it on there? Okay. There we go. Let's see. Or I could place it in the tree. That would work as well. So we need to make these things there. Oh, there's, I forgot to take that one out. Okay. So to unvisualize this, just click unvisualize, and there we go. It's pretty cool. I also did it for that thing as well. I don't know what those are. Okay, so glimmering living wood. So I don't know what glimmering living wood is. And it doesn't show a recipe. Can I click this? Shift click this? Right click? No. So we need to find glimmering flowers. Maybe it talks about it in the living wood. Living wood bow. Living wood. Let's see. I have no idea where anything is in this thing. Oh my gosh. Terrasteel, no. No. Functional flora, no. I think I'm just gonna have to figure it out, and then I'll let you guys know in the next episode. Yeah, I'll probably cut out a lot of my fumbling around and edit it a little better. Okay, so this area, I have this brilliant idea of making all of the agricraft seeds, metal seeds. So these, the top tier ones, not all of them, but most of them. So I'm gonna have to make like the lower ones before I can make the top ones. And it's going to need blocks of whatever metal it is. But if we look at the uses for it, it shows that we can get ender pearls for that. Let's see. For this one, it's ingots. So I think when they're harvested, you get ingots, and these you get nuggets. I would like to have a farm where I'm getting ingots and all I need is a harvester. Now this area is too big. If I put the harvester right here, right there, it will do all of this except for the last 2 rows that are, these last 2 rows. It won't harvest those. It won't harvest the last row on this side and the last row on that side as well. That's max size harvester. So what I could do is do multiple harvesters around. I would rather avoid doing that. Or I could just put the crops along the sides and the back that I don't really need too much of, and the ones that are more important put in the center. Some of them I'm going to avoid, like the eggs. I don't need that. The chickens, the baba seeds, we don't need that. Bonewort, we don't need that either. All of the metals, the cloud fluff, I don't know what that is. I think that's wool, and that one is the sheep meat. So yeah, probably won't do that. Those. But if I need to fill spaces, I probably won't do the milkweed. I'll do all of the, especially, what is this? Is this one the ender pearls? Yeah, because I don't really need ender pearls. Let's see. This one is, yeah, Enderium nuggets. So I'll definitely do those. Blazing daisy, I'll probably do that. Leather, I might do that. I'm not sure, but that's pretty much what I'm going to do over there. Over here, I've made this smaller, this pen smaller. It's the exact area that the rancher can do. So we're getting more wool from that, and then I moved the chickens and the pig over there. Over here, I have our cows set up. So I have a breeder over here filled with wheat. It breeds the cows. Then there is a chronotyper. I think that's what it's called. Chronotyper moving babies. So they move the babies from over there to over here. And then I have the slaughterhouse killing them once they grow up into adults. They're kind of loud. So I have the items coming out here and then going into here for leather and raw beef. And then this is collecting the meat and the pink slime. So we're going to need the pink slime for the laser pre-chargers. I believe it's the pre-chargers that need the pink slime. So I think that's pretty much it as far as changes that I've made. I haven't really made any changes below, I don't think. No. I've had this running and it's got, let's see, we have 5,000 soybeans, 15,000 wheat, 4,000 potatoes, and 5,000 carrots. So it's just going all the time. I also have this running all the time, and it's keeping up pretty well. This we have over 5,000 chicken pot pies already. It's crazy. I also have this going. We have another 300 there. I can put those over there. So now we have 13 quadruple compressed. We can make another deep dark portal if we need to. Speaking of the deep dark, I went to the nether and the deep dark and got, because to make these seeds we are going to need the ore below them. So I went to the deep dark, and mined, and I used my silk touch pick and got all kinds of I tried to get at least 4 of each, but some of them I didn't, and I ended up getting some infused stones as well, although I don't think there's infused seeds. Yeah. So we have those, and then I have all of these up to 10, 10, 10, because we're going to need some of those to start off. This one seems to need a lot. You need this one a lot. But the lapis one is the blue orchid and the pink. And then if we go back, and the gold is the redstone and the orange. So you need the different flowers for that. But all of these are 10, 10, 10, which is awesome. That's what I worked on yesterday forever, it seemed like. So I think I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is just going to take some time. All I need is lots of mana. Hopefully we don't need too much more Terrasteel. I have an extra little surprise thing that I'm going to add to the end of this episode, and for that we are going to need a couple stacks of emeralds. We don't need that many, so I will probably fast forward it. Maybe not. Well, as we go out, I'll just show you. Woo-hoo. Get out of here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I hope you guys enjoy playing Agrarian Skies 2 for yourself. And really, we are going to go down under here, and look what I found. I found a kitty cat. And they sell flux infused, and look at those enchants. Look at those enchants. How crazy. So we are going to buy these. Nice. Right? Nice. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want to be notified of when I put out new videos. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. I'm getting out of here. I don't like the nether.